mean, and there's all kinds of other things going on too. It's just like the spill off is crazy. From
yes,
it's banana land. It's like the 80s again.
Yeah,
yeah.
Austin
Not
is
that I was alive then, but
the hub.
No, I know. But even here in Austin, like they just opened the Sunset Room we were just talking about. That's open now, and you know, you got Vulcan still doing shows. You got Cap City.
Yeah, I just did that last night.
Domain,
the creek
in the Cave.
Creek in the Cave.
Which is on.
It's all right by each other. It's all. I mean, so if you go out, say you're just here for like tourism.
Yeah.
Go out and about, you're gonna find a good comedy show like, at some point.
It's nuts. Yeah, they're all in the same area, except for Cap City, which is more of a date night experience, like because it's at the Domain and there's like more parking. It's just more like less chaotic if you want that experience too.
Yeah.
But it's it's dope. It's all together, which is
crazy.
very rare in the comedy world. Because even in LA, you've got the Improv here, and then way over here.
Right. Even in New York,
Factory,
you've got
store.
like New York Comedy Club over here.
Yeah.
The other one's over here.
So
Still a lot of walking.
Can I tell you what I think about from time to time with you? And it's so funny because at the time it didn't register, and then now I'm like, oh my God, that was so funny. Remember when you were in a phase of making shoulder arm videos?
Oh, I might go back. I'm entertaining it.
So
this could be my reveal of like, hey, I'm back, baby. No,
well, let's talk about it because the demand was so high.
Yeah, I would have to raise my price to lower the deluge of requests that I was just inundated with by so many people. It got too much.
I got to be honest, I was on the road with him. And I'd be like, you want to come to lunch? He's like, I can't. I got to shoot these videos, man. I got a bunch of shoulder hair porn to do.
They were like homework because Cameo, they like count down. They're like, you have to do it by this hour. I'd set my alarm and wake up and be like, oh, and try and like cram it in, you know?
So it became...
I wasn't even giving it my all. Exactly. I'd wake up and I'd be like, I wasn't even giving it my whole heart, you know? So I felt terrible.
Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but around that time, wasn't it $60?
I started at 50 and it got crazy. So then I went to 100 for the holidays. And I did do a discount, I think, for like Christmas time. But yeah, it was at 100 at one point. It was still too much.
Still too much. So what do you think the price would be now? $250?
I think I got to go 250. Yeah, if I'm coming back out of retirement, you know.
So then you do 4 and you get $1,000. I mean, that's not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good scratch.
Exactly.
And how long are the videos?
They were 2 minutes. I would up it a little bit for this new price, and because I am doing less, I can then put my whole self into them and give it my all, you know?
Would you do stuff like crawl onto the bed towards the camera?
Oh, yeah, I do a little sexy, hey, you know, you move them around. I would do a lot of dirty talk with them, rubbing them, lotions.
Would you do foot porn like you were doing too?
Foot porn became hack, I think, at some point, so I really just kind of pivoted out of that.
Now, the thing that I also remember quite clearly is that one time you were like, we were somewhere and you're like, I'd love to go to dinner, but I got to film this shoulder porn. And I'm like, okay. And I go, it's got to be pretty great, right? You got all these requests and all this money. And you go, I got to be honest, man. I'm starting to lose the twinkle in my eye.
Yeah, I know. I was like Shawn Michaels. I lost my smile.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So will this new price still keep you?
Well, that's the thing. I think I can find my love for the game again.
Yeah.
You know, I can come out. It's like when Michael Jordan put on the 45 jersey, he had to like find basketball again.
Sure.
That's the way I would come out, and it would be, the price would be higher. I can really put myself into it again, and I'll find my love again. And
but do you think you'll still feel like a whore? Like
maybe someday?
Yeah.
But we have to live in the present.
That's true.
You know, be mindful and just do the part that I love, which is making people come looking at my shoulder hair.
Yeah.
You know?
That's really what gets you off.
Yeah.
Now, at the height of your shoulder porn days, how many videos were you doing in a 24-hour period?
That'd be good. I would love to have reaction videos. I did get one from Corey Taylor that one time. That was the only reaction video I had. We played it on the show, I remember.
What was that?
When Corey Taylor from Slipknot received
your
a shoulder hair porn for Christmas, and they filmed him watching it.
That's cool.
That's true.
But I would like more. I would like to know the fruits of my labor.
Yeah.
That would be a nice little addition to my... Maybe it'll make me feel more satisfied, and I would
It's just going to be dudes sending you like tribute things of them jizzing on...
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you really think that people are ejaculating?
I hope so.
A few are.
I'd like to hope.
Are.
You know? I try to hope so.
There's definitely some fans that are just like, it's Josh. I love this.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
LOL. It's
But
a shoulder
there's
porn. There's a couple of those, but there's a
like,
few who are
J and their D's. Yeah.
You gotta hope, right? I mean,
Would you consider opening an OnlyFans page?
You know, I would. I would like that, actually.
Breaking news, YMH exclusive.
I gotta go, you know, honestly, Cameo has been so loyal to me.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can just go about
I would do
Wow.
OnlyFans personally, only if you're down with me being full nude and jacking off and stuff. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit like
Would
that.
you jerk off, though, on it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to do the DJ Khaled thing where he's just like, check this shit out, man.
Right.
Like, look at my nice stuff. I'm grilling today. I'm not doing that. I'm either jerking off or I'm not doing it.
No, you should.
You should go full
send.
throttle. Yeah, I think you should. And I think, you know, it'll just be a really cool lane for you to explore yourself, explore your sexuality. You know, this is a whole new chapter for you creatively, and I fully endorse it.
If you're being serious, I'm signing up.
It's
for
a good way to show off your new body, too. Like, I'm sure you're more flexible now.
Yeah.
You could, like, do a thing where you're the guy who, like, shoots his cum into his own mouth, like, because you flip your legs
wow.
over.
He's been practicing,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, I have some like definition that I wouldn't mind showing off, and like my dick looks bigger because I lost weight even around there.
I know.
Jerking off in unique positions could be your thing. Like sideways.
He does come everywhere. Every city that he goes to, he has to come in. So that could, I mean, if we did it now, you still have Europe.
Are you bored just coming, you know, into your belly button, basically?
Yeah.
You got to pick a different, That's what I'm saying. You got to do like, you're doing a push-up and you're jerking off or something.
Yeah.
You know, like flip your legs over your head and shoot it on your forehead or something.
You know, I've never seen somebody hit a leg press machine and then jerk off as they're doing it.
Oh,
you know?
there you go. Work out jerking off. It's like an extra workout too.
Yeah.
This is great, Tom. How much are you going to charge though? It should be a premium.
I think there's just like a one-time kind of, there's a regular fee.
Well, it depends. You're talking to the right guy.
Okay.
Let me tell you how you can maximize your profits.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me sit up. Yeah.
So you get them in with a monthly. Now, take notes out there, everyone, please. You get them in with the monthly price.
Okay.
And then you throw a little.
That?
That's like your subscription. For you, you got to make it good. $25.
Wow.
Is it a monthly fee?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean that's high, right?
Yeah.
So now you're given this is access to your timeline. And on it, you have to give nice things to keep them into it. Keep them into the $25. But then in the DMs, you're mass DMing your subscribers pay-per-views. And those can be pricey because that's where they get the full load.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like you get the full, you jerk off, you come, you eat it, whatever you want to do.
Right.
That's where like the maximized profits come.
I love this.
It sounds like you're not satisfied, Josh, creatively with just him coming. Like you need to up the stakes a little. It sounds like.
Sure, there's got to be. You got to put some bells and whistles on it. Some frills.
Gimmick.
Yeah. You come into a bucket. Come into a bottle. Like maybe I don't know. Targets.
That's cool.
Maybe you do the workout thing. You put egg weights on your wrists and jerk off. Or something, you know,
dude. We should. All right, let's talk more.
Yeah. I got got ideas for days.
I love talking about the dating life and the dating game, and we actually found somebody who gives great advice.
Love it.
So I thought maybe I'd share it with you. Yeah, I mean, this is one you could definitely play right here.
How to get a woman with the out-of-town game. This one right here is pretty fucking good. I have used this one before, so it is what it is. Basically, all it requires you to do is when you're on a date with a woman, or when you meet a woman on a dating site, you go ahead and let her know. You ain't from here. You just a visitor. You'll be here for another week or two. This is psychologically registered in her brain that the sexual advances are gonna be sped up. And you won't look like a creep for doing this shit either. Also, if you cheating on your woman or something, this is also a good one to use because this gives you an outing to get a hotel room. You say you out of town, you visiting your parents, and right now you living at your parents' house. You really don't want to bring nobody back to your parents' house, so it gives you a reason to get a hotel room. Boom. You can also use this one for people that flake on you. If she texts you back an hour later at 9 o'clock saying she overslept or some shit like that, just say fine. You know, it's too bad we couldn't have that much fun before I left town. You never know what you might get out of that.
What do you think, man?
I love that. I mean, hey, I feel like I've lived that. I mean, and I am from out of town.
You are. The out of town game works.
No, he's not wrong. He's just taken my actual existence and put it into a I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm not really going out of town, but I play it up.
Yeah.
So this is the game you play. Do you do it in person?
Well, he's on the
or is it a
road a lot.
DM
Yeah, I mean,
game?
it's just I exist out of town, so it
Yeah.
does work, though. It does speed up the, like, hey, are we doing this or not?
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this, you know, that kind of thing.
And
You don't have to
can
act like pretend to care and all that
Right,
bullshit.
exactly. You
And
don't-
can you do that just in DMs, or does it have to be face to face?
I like a little face-to-face. I mean, DMs are scary. I don't...
What do you mean?
I mean, it's been now, it's like I'm a war-torn veteran, but sometimes you meet up with a lady and it's, they're a little cuckoo, you know what I mean? And then now you're with them.
Yeah, what
You
happens?
can't really see that in the DM all the time.
So do you read? Is it pretty quick when you're like, oh fuck? Like she's kind of. Is it pretty
Yeah,
quick?
you know, you get there and the eyes are a little, and you're like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
this one might be not dealing with a full deck here.
Now, if I were in your position,
Yeah.
my main thought is like I need an out, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
what?
that's the out of town thing. You go like, my plane. You know, it turns out I got to get back for a meeting.
Yeah.
I say meeting a lot. I don't have any fucking meetings.
Yeah.
Not to blow up my own spot. So if you
Yeah.
hear meeting,
I don't like
you're
you.
a dildo. Yeah. You're a daffodil if I have a meeting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't.
When they're that crazy, do you still go, I'll try to hook up and just get out of here? Or do you go like, oof, this might not
I mean,
even
there are
be worth
times
that?
you get sad and you're like, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, well, yeah.
Here
we are.
Here's one that I think
Oh.
you're really gonna dig because we really all responded to this one.
How to keep a woman with the narcissistic game. This might be the most evil form of game known to mankind.
Sure is. I've gotten
But
kept by a
goddammit,
few.
It works. So it go a little something like this. And by the way, if you use this, you're an asshole. But anyway, it worked like this. When you meet a woman, you be extremely charismatic and extremely charming at the beginning of the relationship. Your words are only used to disguise what you actually here for. If she's in a city that she has a support system, you have to get her away from that city. That's why you got to build that strong bond. If your bond is strong enough and you get her isolated, that's when you start step number 3. This is the emotional teardown. You start tearing down the way she looks, starting with her weight, facial features. You start telling her how good your ex was and this and that. At this point, she's already too deep embedded to you. You can make her feel so worthless to the point where she actually feels like you might be the only one that she deserves. It's evil as hell.
Yeah, that's how, like, people who have gotten charged with, I mean, what was a documentary I just saw where, like, a guy just went into, like, his daughter's dorm and got all the people in the dorm to, like, fuck and, like, made, like, a sex cult.
What?
Wow.
And then he ended up, like, just doing the same thing, like, breaking them down. That's what cult leaders do, right? They
Yeah,
just-
sure. It's all a mind game.
Yeah. Get them away from their
Damn.
families
Yeah.
and everything they care about. Isolate.
You got, if you don't mind, would you just do this and report back to us? Just
No,
how it
I
goes?
feel like I've had it done to
To
me.
you?
It's
I've,
seductive.
you know, it is crazy when you're in it.
So how do they, in the beginning, that you get love bombed, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just like, oh my God, you're the most amazing. I'm
Mhm.
so into you.
And then
So
they
that-
take it away.
This
That's
is
a
what,
red flag.
That's
Yeah.
what the Army Hammer doc was about too. This is what he would do. So,
Would he start out with
Love
I'm gonna
bombing.
Eat your torso?
No,
You work
the
up to
opposite.
that.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
He's-
So
he-
I thought that was his love
It was all
bombing.
about charm, all about, I want to be with your, and like, so he seduce,
Mhm.
Yeah.
take them on trips, which is a form of isolation, get them away,
Yes.
and then dial up, like, well, this is what I'm into, And then they were like, I don't know, I want to do this. And he's like, stop being a bitch,
You want to fly home?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just want to cut you up and
Get
crack
your
ribs.
finger off.
But
Yeah.
that whole thing he's talking about too, very important piece of business. I had an ex-boyfriend who would bring up his ex-girlfriend too and be like, gosh, I just went, oh my God. We were hanging out one night and he goes, God, I really miss Jill. And
Really?
I was like, excuse me? Yeah, and he's like, yeah, you know, we used to have this ritual where we would watch SNL together every Saturday night. And I really miss her. And I was like, you fucking piece of shit. I'm way better than Jill. Like, as a 20-year-old girl, you don't go like, oh, you're a piece of shit. I'm done.
Right.
You go like, oh, how can I be better than that girl?
Wild.
Which is fucking evil, yeah.
That's crazy.
And he picked on my weight.
Jesus.
Because Jill was skinny?
So skinny.
Oh,
yeah.
I just wish you were light as Jill.
You know,
Those little things.
I could pick Jill up and eat her out way up here. You know?
Yeah, oh,
Should have seen the positions I could put Jill in.
Oh, man. So bad.
Just throw those out there.
Oh, so evil. But he's right. If you're insecure, which I was, that will fucking rope you right
That's
in.
fucked up.
Yeah.
This is how dumb I am. I always thought those were the things like, oh, I don't want to like be an asshole.
Of course.
And then you just say like nice things and they're like, I have the ick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I was nice to you?
Yeah, yeah.
My bad.
We're the same in that regard.
Yeah.
I was, because you'd hear sometimes like, you just got to be an asshole. I'm like, this doesn't register to me. What do you mean?
Right.
Because they're doing shit like this. And it obviously works, but it works on a certain type of girl too.
Oh,
but I was just like nice.
Damaged.
And then I would hear like, why are you so nice?
Exactly.
Then I met him
sorry.
after having the experiences I had.
And you liked it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved nice. I married nice and I made 2 babies with nice.
There you
is
go.
the best.
How old were you when you figured that out?
20. No. So after that guy, I had a nice guy after for years and then a nice guy. So I went after that was the last piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
The only piece of shit I had.
Also,
Sorry.
I'm 37. It's like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired. We got to play. I don't want to talk to you too much or too little. You know what I mean? It's all nonsense. We're 30s. We're in our 30s.
It's different now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
that guy was an anomaly, actually. Everybody
Yeah.
I dated was good, and then I think I just got into like a low place, and then that was like a mistake.
Yeah, but before me, you also had.
Oh, no.
You know?
He was a nice one. He was a good one. Sweet. It's Chinese, okay?
Sorry.
Just fucking say it.
I didn't know which. I didn't want to misgender his Asian.
Sweet guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still a good human. Solid citizen.
Solid citizen.
Solid citizen.
He is. He's a good dude.
Solid citizen of another country, but
Oh, he's American.
yeah,
Born
right.
in America.
Yeah, bullshit. Like any of them are.
He was sweet. He would never say anything like that. Like you're fat. Or like I just miss my ex. Like never. Good guys never would say shit like that.
Oh, Jill would get just the salad.
God, never. Jill never got appetizers.
Yeah. Weird.
How are you so hungry?
But then what's interesting is that one time we went to dinner with his family, and his dad was fat shaming him. And he was by no means fat. So
Wow.
now I saw like, oh yeah, because you came from an abusive.
How did his dad do?
This is how we show love in my family.
Yeah. Well, so his dad would be like, looking a little heavy there. Like you're not as thin as you used to be.
Who cares? What are you trying to fuck me, Dad? That's
That's so weird, right?
yeah. Like, what do you care?
Like you see that I'm getting laid, right? I'm
Yeah,
here with
yeah.
my girlfriend. So
I'm
what
a
do you
dude.
give a fuck?
What are you, gay?
You're the gayest dad anyone's ever had.
Stop being gay and talking about my weight.
What do you don't want my gut to hit your head when you're blowing me?
Yeah.
Fucking weird dad. You're the weirdest dad of all.
That is
the hell
weird
up.
that
It
a
is weird.
dad would comment on the son's weight. Because doesn't the dad usually comment on the daughter's weight? My
Usually,
dad never
Yes,
did,
that's still
thankfully.
creepy and weird.
It is fucking creepy
Yeah.
and weird. That's how you create eating disorders, yeah?
Exactly.
If you're like, a little chunky there.
Oh, my little girl, not so little anymore, huh?
Look at those big old fucking milk duds on
Call
your
her my
chest.
wide girl now.
So creepy.
LOL, right? And they're like,
But I did watch my dad fat shame my stepmom, which was pretty cool.
well, that's just fun.
Yeah.
Also, it's your stepmom, so you don't really
Yeah, yeah,
care.
I don't even fuck, bitch. But like, Yeah, because she put on a few LBs during that, like,
Yeah.
really, like obvi.
Well, sometimes you do it out of concern.
Over 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a long time.
Yeah, they were together a long time, and she was like in her 40s, and he was like, I told you I don't like this, okay? Like, he would flat out, I told you I don't find these attractive, and they're heavy. Like,
Hey, that's actually better than just doing the like shitty little like, oh, I remember when you fit into those pants or something like that, you know? Like
He's direct.
Yeah, I like that better where it's just like, hey, you're getting a little gross and maybe we tighten it up a little bit, huh?
I don't get a little gross. You get a little gross.
I don't lie. It would be cool if you just kind of like got it fit a little better.
I don't think there's any good way to tell somebody they gained weight. Is there a good way?
No, there is a
hear
good way.
it?
There is a good way, yeah.
Okay.
The way that you, like, I'll tell you what I resented, and I've just saw somebody else do it, and I won't say whom, but I was like, oh, this is what I think you ultimately resent when you look back on it, is when you need to lose weight, and someone's like, you look good. Actually, I think you look pretty, and and you're at your worst, like you're at your worst, and someone's like, I think you look pretty good, because they're saying it out of like, I don't want you to feel bad about how you look, but what you need is a friend or someone close to you to be like, as your friend, like Josh, as your friend,
yeah.
you know I care about you, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you need to go. You need to start exercising.
Is
you
this
need to lose weight.
for real?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
Not nice. You're not having
I'm telling you as an example. You
Was this an intervention?
No. You do look
You
great.
did look good. You look
You
really
look
good.
great.
Thank you.
You lost weight from the last time I've seen you.
I have,
for sure.
yeah.
So I'm making the point as an example, like how I would say it if I was like you needed to.
Right.
I would be like, I'm your buddy. I've been there. I would just tell you, I've been there. You need to do it. You need to get on it. That's friendship.
Yes. Exactly.
The fucked up thing would be like if you weighed 40 pounds more and someone made a comment and you're like, I feel bad. And I go, don't listen to them. You look great, man.
Right.
That's actually the thing that ultimately when you did lose the weight, you go, I wish in your head, you'll be like, I wish you hadn't said you look great.
Also, when you know it too, when you're like, I know you're lying.
Yeah,
That's like,
exactly.
Just shut up, dude.
Because I knew, and I just saw somebody do it to somebody else. So I was like, don't do it. Don't fucking say that, man. You're putting it in that dude's head that he's fine and he's not.
It's
Now I have to
enabling.
know who it
Yes.
is. Will you tell me off mic?
Of course.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think you want, here's the thing. You want directness, but you don't necessarily want it to be mean.
Right.
But you want it to be reality. You want it to be truth.
There is a difference between that and making shitty comments.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But don't you feel like you know when you're overweight? You know it, but you're just not
Of course.
doing anything yet.
But that's
You're
why,
not ready
here's
yet.
the thing. You know it, and you're like, I need to lose weight. What you're doing is you're kind of like, it's like you're looking around the room. And you're like, do other people know I'm fat? Right?
Yeah.
And then I go
Have
like,
they noticed?
I'm like, do I need to? And then you go, nah, dude, you look good. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I look over here. How do I look? And you're like, I think you look great. And I'm like, oh, all right. And then you just go, I can kind of keep my delusion going.
Well, yeah. Then your the field goal post moves or whatever. You know?
Yes.
And
yes.
it's like, oh, I'm good right here. Okay.
I'm good.
I can let it slip a little more, maybe.
Ooh, I heard the best thing on this podcast yesterday. This guy was overweight for many, many years and never worked out and just like drank and was a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Two bears, one cave?
yeah, this is your fucking show with Bert. But I heard the best reason that he stopped drinking and he got into shape. And he said, I was sick and tired of losing all the time.
Huh.
Of feeling like a loser all the time.
I haven't
you get
watched that.
sick and tired of it. I thought that was a really good,
It's a good
way
one.
of thinking. You're like, oh yeah, that's what that is. To articulate it that way.
It's a good one.
You're always losing.
Yeah.
It's like that whale movie. I haven't watched it.
I would never watch that.
Yeah.
What a white bummer. Talk about a white.
It's a real
fucking-
white. It's about an obese person.
No thanks.
Yeah, and it's they should have got a real obese person though. That's one thing I didn't
know.
enjoy.
Yeah.
I think Brendan Fraser should be canceled for not being actually that way.
Well, I feel like there's that TLC show with the two sisters. That's depressing.
They could have
enough.
got a. We have plenty of people that look like that in America. I'm sure one of them is an actor. You know?
Oh,
and the
he's so
truth is
sweet,
too
though.
that like when you encounter somebody like this in real life that looks like this, you are like,
where do you do that?
God, like get the fuck away from me, you know?
You going to a lot of IHOPs these days? What are you encountering these people?
You know, you see them and you're like, God, I don't want that fucking even energy near me.
Wait, so is the whole movie a total white bummer? Like, is it just like
hasn't
I
seen it.
haven't seen it because I don't want to see it either because it's just a sad fat guy and he I think he cries a lot. And,
Yeah, he does.
And
He
it's
hates
about
himself.
him like, I'm going to lose a little weight that he doesn't probably, I don't think. I think it just ends with a heart attack.
He's super sad because you're supposed to be if you look like it. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be super sad if this is your existence. That's the honesty of the movie is that you hate yourself and you should.
He cries because I have to walk today. It's the struggle is to get the paper. That's the whole movie. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
And he's got a kid in the movie, you know? Like he's got a daughter.
He fucked a person?
Well, years prior. And then
years
she's just like, you're fucking gross, dude. And he's like, I know. She's like, why are you such a fucking loser? Just stop eating.
And then, oh, I know. Okay, and then the climactic ending is like you see him get up out of his toilet chair.
And then both knees snap.
And he's like, I couldn't do it. And then he takes like 2 steps and then it goes out,
And she can help him. Like, she can help him breathe again. She's like, just let him die. Let my dad suffocate in the rug.
We're gonna need a forklift
rug.
to get him out anyway.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Do you think it's like, and also like scenes of all the family calling him fat and abusing the crap out of him?
Well, I hope there's just scenes of just his day to day. I want to see him wash.
They don't. There's no way.
Oh, of course, oxygen. Fucking. No, but see, here's the thing. This guy needs what we were talking about. That's what the character needs. The character needs people not to be as mean as we're being, not to be like, hey, you fucking load of shit.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, but he needs people go like, hey, if you're wondering, do I look good? You don't.
Confirmed. You look like a piece of shit.
Yeah. You don't look good.
Damn it. Can I tell you something, Tom? I
Everybody
give you
hates
full
you.
permission to tell me, okay?
To tell you that you look like this?
Yeah.
You'd never see me if you got close to this. You don't have to worry about that. Long gone. You'd be halfway down a cliff.
You're gonna get around a cliff.
Josh Potter, would you rather you be 400 pounds or your spouse?
Oh my God, me by a mile. What are you talking about? That she would want to fuck me still, my spouse
at 400.
Yeah, you guys have the same relationship.
So I'd rather be 400. I don't care about my organs, and I don't want to fuck. Is she hot?
Yeah.
Sweet.
She's your wife.
I'll take the 400 pounds to fuck a hot lady.
But the reasoning
that was an easy one. That was like a slam dunk.
But the reasoning being that you just don't want to look at an unattractive.
Yeah, I'd rather
exactly.
that.
She asked me this, and I was like, yeah, then I'm 400.
Yeah.
But the reason being is I don't want to look at you, fatso. Which is crazy.
And then people are like, that fat fuck has that hot lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Other way around, they're like, Josh, have some pride, dude.
First of all, you realize that if you were 400 pounds, I would let you die in front of me. Like,
yeah. But hold on. But
at that point, how do you do it? You just feed her more so she goes
feed
out
her
the other
more,
side?
Yeah,
and
it's
then
easy.
when I hear her breathing kind of fade, I'd just be like, I left something in the other room. And I'd kind of just walk away.
You pinch the apnea machine.
Hold on. At what point do you give me a talking to? Is it 200 pounds? Where you're kind of like, hey, babe.
Yeah.
Babe.
You're getting more than I'm beyond gentle at two bills with you.
Should we go to a doctor? That's what you said.
No, what I do is like, I would be like, hey, pack your bags, and then I'd go on a drive, and then you're like, where are we going? And I'd be like, well, actually, it's where you're going. And then I would just park in front of like,
Dr. Now's office.
Fat Boys camp, and I'd just be like, this is where you're spending the next month. I'll see you then, and just fucking peel out.
You're
Yeah.
trying to
Sounds
save her with
cool.
like a rehab.
Yeah, I'd send her to like a real camp.
Because I was gonna. It seemed like
I would do
camp.
that. I would do
Yeah.
that now. That would be fun. Is there a fat camp I could go to?
Boot
I think
camp.
so.
Yeah, for sure.
Not like it, but I want to sleep
They
there.
restrict your eating, and they make you work out like 6 hours a day.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
That's
they have
what I
those.
want.
Like a month. Crazy.
How long would I have to go for?
Well, how long do you want to go for?
10 pounds. A couple weeks? No, that would be.
It's like, what if it's like a summer?
I can't stay away from the kids. Maybe I'll do this.
Um,
Great idea.
Yeah, but you can just get. I mean, that's what you're talking about. Is you just want a trainer. Why don't you just work out with a trainer?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like you're like, I just have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But I want to sleep.
You know what it is? You don't like. Doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Wait, why would it feel good at a camp?
Because all you're doing.
You have no choice.
Wait, no. Here's the
Like it's
difference
the
too.
army?
Here's the difference too. If I could go sleep away somewhere, I'm not up all night with sick kids.
Yeah.
I'm not having children to take care of, basically, or traveling or podcasting. Like, I could just dedicate myself for like 2 or 3 weeks, just fitness.
That's what I would like to have, like a movie deal, like Christian Bale, where it's like you have to be Batman. So he's like, I guess I'm just working out constantly
just
for
your
like
job.
the next 5 months.
This is why I want a
That'd be
nude scene.
cool.
Yes.
I talked to Bill Burr about this one time. We were actually at a gym. This one we lived in Silver Lake. I was working out. We were just talking about like, weight. But he's like, dude, you know. He's like, if you had a love scene, he's like, you'd get in shape for it, right? Because you're like, this is gonna be on the big screen. It's gonna be forever.
Sure.
And that is the thing. Like, you're like, I have a nude scene or a love scene. You're like, you would just be like, oh,
There
I
is
can't
something
allow
again
myself.
to the alphaness of being like, can you believe I'm fucking this chick
When I look like this? Yeah, that's true.
There's something
God
about that.
damn, dude.
Here,
guess.
your favorite.
Oh,
Here we
okay,
go.
all right.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's hot.
What, is she puking on her?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Is that Taylor Momsen? Who is that?
She's puking on her?
Yeah.
That's lime green, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she put that in there.
Yeah,
to
she
do
put
that.
it in there.
It's more like she just
Performance
blew a
artist
guy.
Millie Brown.
That's stupid.
This is less puke and more like I just blew a guy, and this is like the loads
Yeah.
I have in my.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that was cool. That was pretty hot. Can I get that one for later?
Yeah,
I
sure.
will say that I like her more now because that's punk as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Hey,
will
look at
give,
you.
hey,
Coming
credit.
around.
Look, Gigi Allen, I was a huge fan of just the antics of like, rubbing shit on your body or rubbing a Coke can on your chest and bleeding. I think that I give mad props. All
Yeah,
right.
that was cool.
Music.
And it was
Wow.
lime green. It wasn't like real puke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, vaguely pornographic.
I
enjoyed
did not
it.
expect that, of all things, a puke video would convert Christina into complimenting Lady Gaga.
Is that Lady Gaga?
Yes, Lady Gaga, right there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play the one singing, getting puked on. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is high level shit.
Yeah, I kind of like
Who's the other girl? Millie Brown, you said?
Not Millie Bobby Brown from
No,
the
no,
Netflix
no,
show.
no.
But
I
it's
was
Millie
gonna
Brown,
say-
you said, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
performance
Millie
artist.
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, it happened
UK
in Austin.
performance artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mad
This is
props,
another. This is
homie.
one that that's pretty funny. This is a Lady Gaga. So we've been playing a lot of Lady Gaga stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Just because she's a big phony in a lot of her shit.
Insufferable.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
it's funny because when someone has that kind of fan base, there's always some backlash to talking shit about
Oh,
them. Just like when
sure.
we started playing Gar stuff, people be like, I don't think you know what a good guy this
Have
guy
you
is."
heard Thunder Rolls?
He's a
people
great
are-
man.
A lot of people are getting butthurt DMing me like
About Lady
"But
Gaga?"
Lady Gaga did so much good. Like yes, you can do good in the world and still be an insufferable twat.
Yeah.
Sure.
Both things are compatible. at
This
the
is
same
really
time.
because this one here, you actually really have to pay attention. It's all in body language and facial,
Oh my God,
expressions.
I love it.
Mm.
I can't
But
wait.
here's what happens. We'll watch it a few times. Right here, photographer falls.
Oh, she did so much
Did
to
you
help
see
him.
it? It's really
Yeah.
quick.
So go YouTube it.
Yeah,
Tom.
she's walking in one direction. A photographer is walking in front of her and crossing her path. And just after he crosses her path, he falls. And she notices, so her facial expression gets wide open, like, oh my God. And she runs back to help him, basically. And he's already on his way up. And as he comes up, he's got his camera in one hand, and his right hand goes onto her hip, like basically kind of an exposed hip in the dress that she's wearing. And he
Yeah.
gives her like a double pat thank you. And her expression goes to like, oh my God,
Do not
this man
touch me,
just
peasant.
groped
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right there,
Okay,
she's
just
like,
on
are
her
you
hip.
okay? And his hand's on her hip.
He's just trying to get his balance.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like kind of natural where you're like, you know.
Yeah.
Usually, if it were a guy, it'd probably be the shoulder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think
And
that's
then
out
she's
of
like,
line.
looks at her own hip like, oh my
He's
Lord.
like, he fucking touched me. That peasant touched me.
He just groped me.
At the same time, if you're that guy, he's like,
He's like,
see that?
I got a piece of that big, fat, juicy lady.
Grab that ass over there.
Jeez. Yeah,
That
she
lady
did the
dumper.
whole,
Yeah.
She did
I did
the
that
whole.
I fell on accident.
I'm gonna goo-goo. I'm gonna goo-goo on her gaga later. Jesus. Oh man.
I mean,
Thank you.
yeah, he's like,
Oh, look at her! Look at that! Oh, she went like this.
She was like, ew, you touched me?
God.
Oh, this lowly
What a
photographer.
pig.
Light my dress on fire now, please.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and also if you look at the dress, I understand. It looks like her butt's exposed a tad. Is that the fabric? So the
Yeah.
fabric goes. Hold on, the fabric goes down and under kind of her butt a little bit.
Yeah.
So if he were to be actually polite, he's gonna touch above where that fabric is, so that he's not touching the fabric. And she probably took offense, like, "Are you touching my ass?" Well, yes, sweetie, your ass is out.
yes.
Yeah.
And he was just trying, like, I don't see it as inappropriate. Like he literally was
Hi,
like,
everybody.
"Oh boy."
Is that her?
Thank
again?
you so much for coming to the Chromatica Ball, and
The Chromatica Ball.
we really tried
Yeah.
to finish the show tonight in Miami, but we couldn't because
We can't.
even when the rain sort of stopped, there was lightning that was striking right down to the ground.
Where are the actual
No
tears?
tears.
I don't see tears.
This I've been with these before.
Yeah. Fake like I'm crying, but I'm
yeah,
not.
you're like you're in our home.
So close to us, and I know that for a really long time. I've always wanted to be like that hardcore bad bitch, but what I really want is to also be responsible and loving. It took so much in my heart to get back to a place where I can perform and be healthy.
Still not seeing it.
I mean, I don't. She barely sniffed it. Yeah, this is.
And I hope you know that part of why I decided not to finish the show was because I am healthy and it's a healthy decision for all of you.
Okay. So,
I mean, and also imagine the audacity that your concert means that much to somebody. That they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't fucking go on because she had to stop her show early in Miami." Like, nobody's that, and if they are that affected,
You
they've got
shouldn't
mental
yeah,
problems.
you shouldn't play into the fact that people are like, "Oh, this was my whole existence. This concert." Like, I would be like, "All right, well, that's scary.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all."
No.
Like, if you had to cancel a show, and someone's like, "You ruined my whole."
it's
fucking-"
happened a couple times.
all the time. It happens, I'm sure. But I'm saying, like, you're not gonna go on Instagram and be like, "Jeff, I'm so sorry I couldn't come to Wisconsin."
No, dude. Hey, guess what? The show's rescheduled.
Yeah.
Relax.
You'll get your money back.
Get your money back. Oh, you flew here? Well, that's life. Sometimes things get canceled.
Yeah.
Like, get it together, man. Get your fucking shit together.
Yeah. Have fun in Miami, anyways. It's
Yeah.
a big city.
I've showed up to
places.
shit that you get. You know what? Disappointment's part of life.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to things and you're like, wait, this is closed? I thought, I
Exactly.
thought this place was open. No, it's closed. They closed early today. Fuck.
Damn it.
And then you're like, I guess I'm eating pizza or whatever. Like, you just fucking make an
Adapt.
adjustment.
I was gonna go see Theory of a Dead Man one time, and they didn't show up, and Biff Naked came, and I was like, I don't know who the hell that is. I watched it.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're
Moved
grown
on
up.
with my life.
And you were like, Chromatica forever.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard about old Shit Eyes? Do you know who this is?
Me? Is
Yeah.
that me?
Well, it's a brother.
Okay.
We found this
Shit
guy and we've been loving this. So I wanted to show you because I feel like it'll be near and dear to your heart too.
Justin, I really like your videos, and I hope you continue to do them. And me being blind, please, I'd appreciate you doing them to where I can hear. And, I'd like you to turn the recorder on when you go into the bathroom and let me hear you undo your belt, pull your pants down, set the toilet seat down, and
all the
sit
noises.
down and do a good stream of pee in the water and a good shit. And for me, since I can't see, if you could describe what it looks like in the toilet.
Oh, God, I can't wait to get to this point.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what this guy really loves.
Oh, the sounds.
Yeah. And he
I had a
likes
girl
to know
do
the
that one
details.
time,
You know,
like,
girl
try
do
that.
what?
Like, she was like, in the whole quest to make me come, she was like, I think you're an auditory person. And she was
I
like
remember this chick.
doing a lot of stuff in my ear.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it did?
Well, it worked to a degree. I mean, it was fun.
Has there been any evolution in
I have
Make
done it a
Josh come?
couple times.
What?
What?
Wait, what the
I started
get the
doing
right
breath
stingers.
work.
Josh.
Really,
This is a YMH exclusive.
a lot of therapy.
Really? So hold on. You came.
A couple
can't
times,
just-
yeah.
How? What? Tell us everything.
Well, it turns out trust is a thing.
Hey.
And actually, so like recently I did in a girl.
In a girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. But then, we stopped hanging out. So you're like, ah, shit. But we did like the casual hookup after the fact.
Mhm.
And she did this thing where like we were doing, sex. Her dirty talk was like, you haven't fucked anybody else, have you? I was like, no. She's like, it would devastate me if you fuck someone else. And I'm like, this is like during sex. This is like the dirty talk. I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't, I promise. Yeah. And then after the sex, I go, hey, by the way, have you fucked anybody else? And she was like, inappropriate question.
And you're like, wait a minute.
I
We
go,
just
"Wait, what?"
did.
And she goes, that was dirty talk. You can't hold me to dirty talk. I'm like, wait, so you wouldn't care if I fuck someone? I'm like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over the place. So yeah, it might take another minute here
So,
to get it reloaded. And
because this was a theory when we first learned about this.
yeah.
That it was an intimacy thing.
Yeah, it
and
is, yeah.
Trust is part of intimacy.
Yeah, so I've been doing, and I do breath work. I one place I did it where I wasn't too intimate. I got a blowjob in Indianapolis, and that was the first time I did it into a mouth.
Wow.
She was just really like savage, though. I mean, it was like, I guess this is what it takes,
Oh, so she was really putting it on you.
But I also was doing, I was doing breath work. I was like, I can feel the blowjob in my toes. I can feel it in my knees. Like I was.
You were connecting to the
Yes.
experience. So in the past, would you dissociate from what was happening?
I would be like, oh God, I got a flight at 8. Like I would go somewhere else.
You wouldn't enjoy the
You
moment.
there must have been some girls that really felt badly about themselves. They're like,
Yeah.
are you seriously not going to come? And you're like, not with you.
Tons of them. And before I understood it, what was going on, they would be like, what, you don't like me? Am I not hot? And I'm like, I guess not.
What a great lesson to women listening that if you're ever with a guy and it's not you, it could be.
Yeah, have your fun, get off. And I mean, it happens for women all the time. I hear it all the time. Women are like, I've never had an orgasm with a man. And it's like, that's more common, but the inverse is true too.
It is true, yeah. So that dirty talk really
Intimacy.
worked on you, though. You liked that, right?
I mean, I know now I might have like PTSD from that.
Oh, but at the time.
experience. Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're gay. And you're like,
Yeah.
You
think
put
so
on
too.
some weight.
You're just a little gay boy, aren't you?
The video, Anthony shitting, August 23rd,
August 23rd, he's logging them.
2008. That was interesting. The audio was really great on that.
Interesting.
Name is Bob. I wouldn't mind you doing some more
Goodness.
videos like that and sending them to my channel. I like that kind of humor. It was fun.
humor.
A lot of these videos on here is too much clutter and noise and stuff like that. And I'd be interested to know what you were showing in the picture since I'm a blind person.
So this is in the cards for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll get into maybe hearing those sounds one day?
I don't know about those sounds, but sounds for sure. I'd be like, unzip your zipper. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, let's hear, make the pussy wet.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Let's get that
Sure.
pasta stirred up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I'd like to hear those. I'm gonna need the description of,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Here we have a new one. So
That's pretty
we
So
we
wild.
saved the new one of his for you.
Oh,
Here we
shit
go.
eyes. New
Hi,
shit
this is
eyes.
Bob. I'm doing a video from my cam,
Yeah.
my webcam.
We
know
I
that.
appreciate
I
you
didn't-
getting back with me the other night. You're one of the few that have, and I
Oh, we have seen this one.
would appreciate your understanding and cooperation.
Yeah. Never mind.
Please do share whenever you got to take a shit. I like every shit is different.
Every shit is different. That's right.
Like
That's
true.
profound.
Loose ones, solid ones, whatever, gassy ones, farts. I don't want you to do the laxative thing anymore, obviously. I mean, that's
Obviously.
brutal, what you put yourself through. And, of course, the throwing up part.
Those are weather updates because he's also into aviation.
My forte. I don't like hearing people
choice.
throw up. It's scary to me.
Yeah.
He's into aviation.
He loves aviation videos too.
Oh my God! But now it makes so much sense. If everything is auditory, that's why he puts them on all on the same level of hierarchical needs or whatever. There's no shame because it's all audit. It's all one sense.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah. I
And
like
he doesn't want you to. Sounds like he doesn't want you to shit in front of him. He's just like, I like the video. I like hearing those.
I don't
sounds.
like the smell of it.
Yeah.
I like the sound of it. Let's get it straight. All right, I'm not a pig.
Get it straight.
And why isn't he? How come he's only talking to dudes about it? How come a woman can't send it?
Well, because a dude has a certain kind of shit. I don't think he likes he doesn't want to hear like a bloop bloop. You got to get a splashy one going.
Yeah, he wants to hear a real
And is he
dump.
Jaying his D or is it just for the love of the poop?
I can't tell if he's aroused by it. It might be like an ASMR thing where he's like, "Ooh, it makes me tingly," and then he puts a finger in his ass or something.
Well, we spend a lot of time talking about that you have this degenerative condition, and that your vision will get. I don't know if your vision has.
I just had a checkup and it's stable.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
But I'm finding out they're not making high index lenses anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
they're just stopping. Like
So-
you have to go to like a guild and all this shit, and get like an artisan to.
How come?
Because there's not a high demand for them anymore. So these these glasses companies are not making high index lenses. They stop at a certain.
And yours help a great degree, I'm assuming, right?
Oh yeah, I would be fucked.
Yeah.
Royally, I would be like, all right, olden times, like I don't even know.
You'd be like, send me your shit videos.
yeah, I'd be this guy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, please shit, so I can feel something through hearing your shit fall into the toilet.
Well,
I am scared I will forget what tits look like if I go blind. Like one of those things. But I will use that as a reason to feel them.
Yes.
I don't remember what tits look like, and then I can be like.
But this will be, we talked about how you could easily get pranked.
Oh, yeah,
and
I know, yeah.
I'll be like, Josh, here's a big pair of tits in front of you. And you'll be like, hey, this feels like a big dick.
Yes. We did say that it would be difficult for me not to get pranked, and to own that, I would have to just do prank porno.
Prank porno,
Where
yeah.
I'm in on it for real, but this audience doesn't
And we're like,
know that
what's
I'm
in your
acting.
mouth right now? And you're like, are these tits? And
I'm
you're like,
sucking on a tit right now, and it's a dick.
and then we're just like, gotcha.
yeah. Lots of milk from the
So here's a blind guy talking about, I guess, what it's like, what he likes to touch, I think.
Ooh.
In other videos, I've talked about things I like to smell, things I like to hear, and now it's time to talk about things I like to touch. Dice are cool to touch. First off, whatever they're made out of it's a neat material. I'm not quite sure what the heck that is, but then you can feel the numbers on them and stuff, little holes and everything. I like them.
I like
Gambling sometimes, right? You sit down at a blackjack table or a craps table, you feel the felt on the table. That's always nice to touch.
That's true.
Nothing better than touch a nice big stack of 20s, right?
Yeah.
Fresh out of the ATM, those crispy bills, you can't even bend them yet. I love those.
Yeah, he's got an appreciation for those more than.
Is he blind or has he just got his eyes closed?
I think he just woke up. Yeah.
It's a bright light.